maybe you can do one round without the script running, manually what you actually wanted to achieve. Then you run the script shows. Okay.
How manually it works and how automate?
The first thing that examine. If you do it manually, how you do it?
Maybe you share the document. Not your document, the script document. Right. Just now, she's basically choosing one of the test cases. There is actually another option to run all. So running all takes a long time. So she can take off. Anyway, so this you can show the document.
The Word document.
Okay.
So all the entities follow the number in this document and text is 1, 2, 1, 2.
Method can be used for any application, right? Any mobile web. The application, you take the icon, you click, then you launch the application, right? The one, no, not yet. This is mobile web. Only you open the web browser and press it, launch through the mobile website. This is actually something new that Machina did. Because it's okay, fine. So, because we didn't do it on mobile before, so Machina is one of these things social company.
When you say mobile, it's actually a website. Optimized for mobile, right?
Yes.
So it's a website.
Yes.
Kind of like m.facebook.com.
Yeah. But the thing is, the first phase was they do it on the mobile web, the website, the browser itself. So the second phase was they run it on the emulator, and then she controlled the script to run on the emulator itself.
And the emulator would run on emulator is an Android emulator. Like Android. So
you can run
it's a duplication of mobile. You can see the so the emulator is for Android only. Yeah. You have emulators for Java as well.
Yeah, but this is for Android. iOS is iOS. Unfortunately, Google Docs has some problems. So, but anyhow, the whole script is actually a normal text list. If you guys want to know, maybe like look at the product, especially the same thing. I'm sure you can do that.
So I think it's okay. Simple question. Just now the example that you showed us, right? If you do it manually, how long will it take? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Manually, you can.
Manually, if you run
Okay, let's say it's the same thing you run just now. You don't use the automation script to do it. You do it by yourself now.
That means the time.
Then you choose some cascade and say, okay, I'm going to fix this. This is the output. And you do it automatically, then you can see everything.
Oh, okay.
So this one is one of the hardest one, like lucky.
So when you do the test case, right, what do you verify for each particular test case? What are the things that you verify? No, I mean just on the particular test case. The click the randa, the sharat concept. What do you verify? Just take the screenshot.
she only reached until 6 screenshots. Okay. Because the index stuff, I don't want her to go so in-depth first. And then if she really can settle this out and technical issue, at least the time only she can go and look for stuff to verify.
So this is the issue.
So this is in the desktop version. Yeah, something that is very long. There's this afternoon we done anything that I want with that one. No, I just a screenshot.
So for that case, what would fail that practice?
Right now, if meaning after right now, if let's say after you click something, right, you will try to continue the next step.
You cannot continue.
Then you will retry maybe 3 to 5 times. Let's retry times actually on the configuration set online. Let's just try 3 times maybe. She still cannot find the button, the next button to click, and then it's considered failed. Then sometimes it's because of the network or internet stuff, so that's why we try to simulate that. You can show screenshot. This one runs everything one, right? Just next. So next.
Any other questions?
Before you take the screenshot, how are you sure that you are at the right page? Maybe the link is correct, but the page is not content. That the content is not the content that you want.
That one, that is what I think in that
Cheating.
So to utilize this, I think it means that at the current stage I agree, right, to utilize this to do the testing, I mean, after this script runs, some manual tester will sit down and look at all the screenshots and see whether they actually pass or not.
This thing also verifies that it's true. Not even the content themselves.
Some.
content inside that one is actually the next level of information.
Okay, if you want later I can show you what we have done for the other web browser, the browser one. This one is a normal one.
No, I'm asking you.
Okay.
So
it shows the emulator.
show the emulator one.
What emulator do you use for the Android?
Android official emulator.
Ooh.
Let's show how the emulator looks like. So here you can actually create a lot of different types of emulators.
Yeah. ADT.
Nexus one, Samsung, even the screen, how density the pixel is.
So do we have all the models here, or do we have to update when there's a new product in the market?
As long as the last one OS, right? You can download the SDK one. So it will basically allow you to create a new emulator. It's actually like iOS.
So you put in the specs itself.
Yeah, you can put how many memory you want to put. A lot of stuff lah. Maybe for example, some low-end Android phone you only have 128 memory. You want to test the app running on that machine, and then you can run all the testing and see if it come on with the memory insufficient sort of thing. So right now the version that how she do it is she's using Selenium remote web server, meaning she has installed an application in the Android. The application is actually like in the app, in the phone, waiting for this Selenium to call the phone. We have to do some
server client.
It's something like server client just that before after you set up already, you have to type some command line to tell this machine what I call you have to bind a port and this device to this test. So it's kind of like client server thing. Then you will run everything here, calling that web remote server in the phone. Later she will show you. Right now it's actually initiating the stuff.
Back to the thing. Using Selenium, are we able to simulate things like, how do you simulate things like rotation of screen?
But there is
there's a control in this.
Actually just there's a shortcut key. There is a shortcut key, but I assume there is some other programs that actually using that. Because if the code doesn't do right, all you need to do is just switch, press something to make the screen switch to different orientation. So now she's installing the server application and emulator web browser. So actually I think this is a lot of them would say if you are using this version like maybe scroll up a bit so that you can see. Because this is a remote thing, so your test script is not born to a specific programming language. For example, you can actually use Python, Ruby, Java, C# to communicate with this web driver.
So the web driver client on the PC, you code it yourself.
It's actually the same Selenium script.
Yes, okay. Then the server that resides on the phone will receive the command. Do you write it or is it readily available?
The server?
Yeah.
You just install in that.
So is it coded by you?
You mean the server?
Yeah.
No, it's
provided by Selenium.
There is actually a server that is listening for commands. Once you get those command lines set up, right, you basically connect with your developer tool. All they need to do is just run this, you send the command to this other emulator or devices. There is actually a few companies that offer service like this, where you want to test something on 5,000 phones, right? They actually just send a command to the phone and you run and you get a screenshot. They are also using something like this, like a remote stuff. But this one is more open source version of Selenium. Yes, I will show a magic.
Actually, I saw my CIT guy that he demonstrated that you can actually install the web driver on the actual phone device and connect it. So what he did was he had his MacBook in the center and iOS, Android, whatever. Then he just execute one command. It will test on all the 4 devices.
So
it saves a lot of time.
So right now, she's using emulator. We have actually 5 different Android devices here. As long as you connect the USB devices, and you can step simultaneously 5 different setup. You don't know how many you have installed and stuff.
I think we have to keep an eye out for that. My CIT, one of those guys, he's going to make some sort of service available in Malaysia where it's a Selenium cloud service sort of thing. It's Malaysian based as well.
Oh, the one US based.
Selenium was a Malaysian based one.
So it's actually running now. This is the last version. We're only running one test. One login.
Why is it so dark? They take a screenshot and use like that also.
This is because when you fix the browser in Android phone,
Yeah.
this is the behavior of the Android browser. When you highlight a specific text box and stuff, so done.
So this is to take screenshots.
Screenshot, report from the text table.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes. It's okay. It's getting cold already. Yes.
Oh, so this is executing a Facebook login. Okay. I'm going to click on the blue button. And oh, there's a manually inputted waiting time, or is it automated?
No, because it is every time you load something like
Yeah.
you don't know the internet whether it is fast or slow. So she will do a retry maybe 2-3 times.
Oh.
So they have a wait time.
Even if it's slow, you still retry.
No. That retry is only to get that text box. When the page finish load, you cannot get the text box. That's very basic stuff. Meaning your HTML haven't finished loading, the text box is not shown, Selenium cannot get the text box right. So you have to wait until the whole page.
You mean just now the wait time is the page is still loading?
Page just now is very fast. The script itself has some loading time to delay the thing out.
Oh, so it's on purpose.
On purpose because you don't know the internet bandwidth fast.
Then what do you decide how long is
3 times,
long enough?
5 times. That's why they will try every time those that need to wait.
Did they try this one?
The one you have is not this one normal. You have to have something to know if the page is numbered. Then only you can start to get the element ID of the then and basically if you cannot get the filter after 3 times, meaning the page is not moving. So it's also considered failure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any question for or not?
Yeah.
Make her understand.
How long did it take you to write the whole script? Right. 1 month. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Eclipse. Yeah.
But that is your research process. If given the same task now,
Yeah.
you already have this knowledge, how long does it take to automate all the scripts that you see here on the screen on the left side? Yeah. How long will it take for you to do it? 20 minutes? I mean, how code it?
I mean, just write the scripts. Yeah.
If I actually just press read on all these, how long will it take for you to read through all?
It's a different thing. If let's say we have a new mobile web, how long can you think to create another automated text script for the new mobile website? One.
1 to 2 weeks comprising of what are the steps you determine. Okay, sure.
And I think also R&D.
Yeah.
This 1 month or 2 weeks include a lot of R&D.
Yeah, that's right. I think if she has the knowledge now, if she's really do this, I think it should be quite fast.
Yeah.
It won't take up to 1 month.
And then also she started with recording with the iPod. So that one is sample. So that the plug it in
Yeah.
is much more convenient.
Hmm.
What are the difficulties that you encounter during this time? Is it technical or if your boss isn't like you can say you have now, then you have to check how it is for you. Setting up the
The whole test environment. Okay.
Who have you done it?
Because I wasted a few hours to figure out why the Android automated testing doesn't work. It's not like Microsoft where you have the tools, all the DLL is ready.
It's already built in.
The JUnit you have to download separately. How come you don't have you can master tell me so many things you do not thank him also.
Yeah, you have to ask the question. You try to thank him. So sad already.
Okay, you need.
Thank you, Marcelo. Thank you, Marcelo. I think I'm just sure that you know what type of stuff.
Hmm.
这个数字，we close all already. Close all already.
Good.
So for this test, what I did was, I'm going to run a simple dialog. What you will do is you go to the test website of this. Okay, thing. You go to the IADMIN website, you just perform a login. Very simple. Okay, so basically you come into here, you log in with one correct login and you try to log in with invalid login. So the first test should be able to bring me into the correct page. The second one should give me an error message from here. So this is just a basic, simple, positive, negative test case for the login that automated. So how it looks like on the test automation script So when I asked the script to launch the IADMIN on the test environment, I log in with this, okay, and then I verify that I log in successful, and then I log out. Then I log in with this is a bogus one, and then I verify that the login is not successful. So for this one, I did the you can change the data anytime without changing the script. So you're setting out modularizing out the data. And also, yeah, once you have a lot of different modules, you can combine into different packages. So just let me And also, you can test it on multiple browsers. You can test it on Firefox, IE, let's say Google Chrome.
Is the test script in like C# or is it its own script?
Sorry?
Is this one in C#?
This is in Java.
Oh, it's in Java. Okay.
So the features are you will find on Firefox and IE, and now we've got, oh yeah, that's how we configure for Google Chrome. So, Google Chrome. Anyway, we look at the result for IE and FF.
I think it's actually also using Selenium.
Yeah, it's also using Selenium. So the current run is here. Google Chrome is still Selenium. So you get a panel report, let's say for Firefox. You see all green means all passed. If there's anything wrong with it, then you show red. And then for IE as well, all passes. And then, so whoever runs this script, the things that we need to verify is being verified. And if there's any error, you can easily see from the Excel sheet itself. You show up as red. So this is how the report looks like. So for us, automation testers, if we need to see if the script went wrong anywhere, there's a log file as well. There's a log file telling us what steps have been completed or failed. And then the screenshots for, let's say, IE include screenshot here. Firefox as well. So in this way, it's more configurable, and yes, you can make a mesh to create different test once you have a lot of different ability. All this is in Java, so the code is I split them from the main script to determine basically what you run in the Excel to see what we're going to run. So once the script starts to run, you look for the correct function to run, which I categorize into different pages, and then run. So other than this, the main thing I wanted to show you was this script, I compile it all into Java. Okay, we read off the same data sheet, I compile it into Java. So basically with this Excel sheet and the Java and some other setting files which also flags out, you can put it onto what we have is the monument.
No.
Oh yeah,
I'm supposed to walk in. My mom is so
Anyway, okay, our company uses Jenkins to do deployment, auto deployment. So once the code is committed, it goes to the Jenkins server, and then the Jenkins server will compile it, and then there's a deployment machine to deploy it to test environment. So what we want is to, whenever the code is being checked in, we want to make sure that the regression test is being run, so that all the core functions will operate. So what we do is just to put the Java on the Jenkins server, ask them to run it after the compile. This is Jenkins, this is how Jenkins is like. I run it, I set up this on my own local machine to test it out, so that it actually works. So for example, this is your, let's say this is Firefox Visual Website code. So once they do a compilation, you can configure it so that after you build, post build, you will execute the fetch command, which is just the jar file. So you just put all the files in place, you just run the jar file, and you automatically go to the test environment after you deploy to test it. And once you test it, if it passes, if it fails, you show a red color. if it passes, you show a green. You show a blue. Okay? If there's some dubious one unstable, then you come yellow color. So in this case, in my script, I actually included the version of this tag report CAP. It's called tag anything protocol file. And in Jenkins, they have this. So I produce the file for this plugin in Jenkins to read it. Once they read the file, the output that produced will be able to show this graph, which tells you how many test cases you have tested, how many have passed, how many have failed for each of the iterations. So wherever there's an issue, you can keep track and know when it is, what failed. And further down, if you drill into particular field, let's say some field apply, you can look at the tag. Let's say password. So you can click here to see the test results, test results. It shows you exactly which test case passed and which test case at which step failed. So this is, for example, this one is what I did just now. I log once and log in using the correct one. And then I do a negative test case that it doesn't log in successfully. So this is the unit test that I did for my own script. So the third one is actually I log in. I expect to log in successfully, but actually I applied with a wrong login and password, so it failed. The second one is I put in the correct one and expect it to pass. Of course it didn't. I put in the correct one and expect it to fail. But it didn't. It managed to log in, so it also detected. So these are the fail ones. So you can see from here as well. So everything can be accessed from Jenkins to read the results. If you need more screenshots, you can actually get it off the location that you specify. So everything is configurable under this flag file for now. You can actually change the UI to do the toggle of which one you want to toggle. For example, you see this are the main important things you need to configure. You can use it UI channel, or if you want to run it fast, you can actually run it off what's the thing name? Phantom.js. Headless. So headless will be Phantom.js. You won't see anything on the screen when you run, but you produce the result, and you can still take screenshots. It's just that whatever is captured on Phantom.js is faster, but it might not give you the exact result when you replicate it onto Firefox or IE or server. So it depends on what is the need. If you only need to test the function works, you don't care how you display on Firefox or server, go ahead and use Phantom.js to faster. So other than that, here you have to toggle to produce test, report, there's a log whether you want it or not, and test result whether you want it or not, screenshot you want it or not, things like that, all I pick it up and complete. All of these are configurable. Yep. So basically this is all that I have to show. Any questions? Oh, the code itself, the script, the code yeah. Yeah. It's just that the basic access to the browsers to perform the scripting and everything is provided by Selenium. Just let me show you sample code of how scripting is done. A simple one would be for example, here I'm doing a login as well. This is for the hyperkey message. So it's like 76. You see I find the element. Actually this is I'm just combining some other functions with it. This function basically is provided by Selenium, WebDriver to be exact. Okay? And then here I just do a double click to be able to do exactly. It's just how you want to configure all this. is inside this test automation framework that I've implemented. So it gets easier as my work goes along. When I need to use the new function, just call it, and I'll be able to use it. It just depends on what is the action that is needed on any particular page.
So you are open source?
Not sure lah. There's still a few more things to do. Then I'll probably make the modules that generate the report, and then create the inputs and things like that as an open source package to share with anyone who else wants to use it.
Okay.
The things that I will keep is definitely things that is related to high property. Yep. So you can see that things like this, the review components, all these concepts of database, and the global variables and object repository, all these can be compiled and give it out as a release. Whenever I update any of these, mainly these few main scripts, we won't have too much changes on it. You just keep on releasing it. If you need new one, then add it. So whenever there's quite a lot of addition, I'll release a new release, and then people can use it. I'm going to do the same thing for within type of these as well. So I'll be the one who's maintaining all these main parts, maybe probably me and more. And when we have anything new, then we release it. Compile this and release. Then the other countries who are using this can see whether they need the new update or not. If not, then you don't take down whatever is content. It's in the long run. Indonesia decides to have up with the new type of data as well. So they have all the baseline and then you just need to code the action.
Yeah. So you actually install Jenkins and Oracle DB. Is it not installed? Jenkins?
Is it really? No, it's quite easy. You just install it, you just run, there's an EXE, you just run it, and then you just go to you start the Jenkins service, okay, and then you go to
you have to figure out how to install Apache Tomcat. Once you get the figure out, everything is easy.
So you need a server running. You need a server.
Apache Tomcat.
I think you can do it in laptop.
You got that?
Yeah.
So good already.
Just one.exe, you just run it every day.
Yeah.
You are pay ma, you have already
configuration. How long did you take to make this work? I mean the whole testing thing.
This thing, it took me about a month to try out because I'm showing you on Windows. I did on CentOS as well. And that one is on the VM. So Windows running VM, running CentOS, running Jenkins, running Java with Selenium. Everything is tested and
The CentOS is actually for you guys.
yeah.
Not only already.
Yeah, I did actually test on the CentOS because the server is checked on CentOS.
Yeah, CentOS is for the PHP.
But it's okay, we did all the things. I did say whether it's used or not.
Okay.
You said Jenkins. So Jenkins is like the place where you run the test, right? Automate the test, right? Jenkins.
No,
or the report, just to show the report.
Most easier.
What do you mean? Jenkins is like the repository for you to commit code and then you compile it.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of tools like Jenkins. And Jenkins is the most easiest among all of them.
For my script, right, you can run it anywhere. Anything, any other application that can run command prompt, you can run it. The automation script.
You can try cruise control out.
So the idea of this is, whenever someone checks in or commits a code to SQL or Git or whatever, and this test will take place after the commit.
After the deployment. You have to code it so that
after the deployment.
So because this is just a build, after you build there's another
After the build.
After the build, then they deploy to the environment. Then only we will test it.
But shouldn't you be testing it before deployment?
How do you test it before deployment? If you want to test it before deployment, then it's called
You can test it already, okay.
It's not possible.
But you, okay. By deploying, it doesn't mean you deploy live, like,
No,
the
Before the test or staging.
Then after that, somebody manually see the results, see okay or not, then only you can deploy to it. Normally, you still go one for 1 hour manual testing on some of the new functions that are added in, then the regression everything. So then after that, we put it to production. That should be quite real.
Hmm.
Any other question?
Your thing is good and how something like that one, no. No question.
Should be anything. No problem.
Question lah.
Don't ask the question.
So it's hard for you to learn.
I want to go.
I didn't want to ask you to go through in that.
But you spend 1 month to take it.
No, it's quite fun. For Windows, you just don't touch any green screen.
The one is just so painful. so painful. It's the same thing that the same issue I face with the same thing on the page. It's all those dependencies. It's like when you need to do this, you tell you that you can't do this now because you get another thing. And when you get this thing, you need another thing. There's a lot of dependencies. So you have to download everything and then you can do whatever you need. Then you move on to the next step, like, oh shit, I need something else again. And you repeat. So it's just a lot of time.
Yes, but you do it